Welcome. My name is Melvin Carter. I am a life and business strategist, your life and business strategist, and also an entrepreneur. And what I do is I help people to think in a different way about their situations and also empower you to sit here to move forward in the realm of this planet that you want to move in from. So simply said, I help you get results. I take the stress out your life because usually most people make their lives very complicated. And so when you're complicated, you confuse. When you confuse, guess what? It's chaos and confusion. Chaos. But today I'm talking about, because yesterday it was tax day. Most people who get tax refunds, they did it in January, early February. They got refunds. The people who are like myself, we wait until almost the last doggone minute. Why? Because in most cases, we owe. We owe a couple of $100 to a few thousand. And then it depends on who you are, you might be owing millions. But the thing about it is, when I was doing my taxes yesterday, I had a little piece of change that I got to give to Uncle Sam. And I realized one thing. People's mindsets towards taxes is skewed. Yes, you want to be able to break even. In some cases, people who want to receive money back, I'm going to tell you something now. That is somewhat a poverty mindset, because what it's saying is two things. What it's saying is, one, you paid too much money in during a year. That's one thing. You paid way too much money in during a year. So only thing you're doing, you'll struggle for 11 months out of the year. That's not a good thing. Number two, because they said now if you do video, make sure you got the back of your finger instead of the front of your fingers, because the camera's so crisp, people can get your fingerprint. Two is that you didn't make no money. You didn't really make any money. Not everybody. I know people who are in six figures. They do get a little change back. Depends on how you do your taxes. If you're an employee, if you're an employee, many cases you do get taxes back because you either paid too much in, or you have children, or you have certain deductions. I have all of that. But the thing about it is, my income went from, just skyrocketed in the last year or so. And it is amazing. And I had to come to the realization, I like the lifestyle that I have with the money coming in that I got coming in, and I do want more of it, and I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay my taxes. I'm willing to cut that check at tax time, but at the lowest rate possible and legally. And that leads to you in the mindset of an individual. People want to become millionaires. On the back end, you got taxes. People want to live better, but on the back end, you got taxes. You have people who will sit here and holler about they want $15 an hour for a living wage. Believe it or not, $15 an hour won't give you a living wage. Why? Because you got taxes. Once you put the equation of taxes into a lot of stuff, the money that you actually think that you're getting, you haven't gotten it. So to have that wealth mindset and that growth mindset, don't put so much into receiving money back from the taxes or from Uncle Sam or the federal government or the state. But how can I pay? And how can I pay is, how many people will I help? how much money will I'm willing to take in without going crazy. At the same time, yes, I won't have my deductions. I'm going to have my business deductions. And even if you got a couple of crumb snatchers running around the house, you can, write them off too. But you will get in, you don't go to, believe it or not, when your money changes, you start changing how you do your taxes because you're starting to get more of a seasoned and professional help. I'm trying to keep it clean to help you. And you need to figure that out before you get the money. You need to have plans in place before you get the money. That's the reason why I like one man was a few years ago. He hit the lottery, Virginia State Lottery for like $10 million. And he turned his ticket in right before the deadline, because you get a 6 months grace period to turn the ticket in. And they asked him, what took you so long? And he said, for me to require this kind of money, I need to learn about the money first. Most people just jump up, say, I want a lot of money in, but not thinking about the tax man. Or as I used to say, Uncle Sam get you on one end. I live in the state of Virginia, and Miss Virginia get you on the other end, on the other side. So you got to look at the taxes. Then it's how you look at them. Are you willing to pay and reduce and pay? Or are you just wanting to receive money back? Blow it on trivial things that you don't have. You might cannot get. Or like, prime example, in-house finance car dealerships, they sit there and they buy, they encourage people to go in and they do their taxes for them so they can take their refund and put a down payment on a car that's overpriced, that you can pay ridiculous amount of interest on. And in essence, you'll really never pay the car off. Or if you do pay the car off, time you pay it off, the car will be so decrepit that you will need to go buy another car, and that doesn't help your credit, so you stay in a cycle. So every other year or every 2 or 3 years, you run and do your taxes. But guess what? Those kids will grow up, and your tax withholdings will, your deductions will shrink. Your deductions will shrink. So my thing is to you, just to get sovereign and get the wealth mindset, be willing to pay, willing to create assets that's going to pay you multiple streams. Have more money coming in than you got going out. And so when your CPA sit there and tell you owe $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, however much money you owe, you say, okay, fine, I can take care of it. And you write the check and be done with it and keep it moving. That's the wealth. That's the mindset of the wealthy. And because you got to continue on growth, not shrinkage. Most people get to a point where they will shrink. If Uncle Sam say that they owe him some money, they'll shrink. Oh, I'm not going to do that for money. No. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that no more. I'm not going to do that. And you shrink. But guess what? In shrinking, you barely existing. You run from shrinking to wishing. I wish I had. I wish I could afford. I wish. And you don't want to live like that. So, ante up. Get on the bandwagon of the people that are making multiple 6 figures, 7 figures. And I'm not talking employees. I'm not talking about employees. I'm talking about business owners. I'm talking about entrepreneurs. I'm talking about people who are going out here taking their God-given abilities to create something better for someone else. And in turn, their life is benefit from it. So that's my 10-minute spiel. My name is Melvin Carter, entrepreneur, life and business strategist. Just talking about you, your taxes, and your wealth. Let's get it right for next year or in 2018.